My name is Austin Kenneth. I'm 15 years old. I attend Johnson Senior High School. My sister and I flew to Orlando to visit my older sisters from Minnesota. The airframe we traveled on was an A319. The sky conditions were clear and it was a very smooth overall flight. I've been into aviation for a very long time, way before I took that very first flight. And it was just a great experience and a learning lesson, and it got me more and more in love with aviation until I became involved in Thunderbird Aviation. As a little kid, I just saw that airplane fly over and I was just like, wow. You have to know how to keep a cool head no matter what it is. When anything goes wrong, you gotta know your stuff. 2, you gotta have great study habits. You need to be able to sit down, look at your checklists, reminisce on your flight, realize what you did wrong, what you can do better, realize what went well, and overall just give yourself feedback. This career path comes with a lot of responsibility because not only are the people in your plane lives at stake, it's your life and anyone on the ground. You have to know your stuff. You have to know who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with. You have to know that aircraft piece by piece. You have to know your flight plan piece by piece. Nothing can go unnoticed. You have to have absolutely zero doubt no matter what it is. You have to know everything to 110%. It takes a very special person and a very special skill to be able to maintain that cool head and to be able to maintain a professional attitude no matter what the case is. You're still in a professional environment. People's lives are still at stake. If you get told to hold or go around for spacing, you do it. It takes passion, love for what you do, complete understanding, complete awareness, and a certain grit that not a lot of people have. You got to be able to push through and fight through every single adversity that you're going to come across. And believe me, in aviation, you're going to come across a fair amount of them. No matter what you do, you got to know that it's not just my life that's at stake. It's everyone that's in that aircraft. It's everyone that's on the ground. You have to know that your career is at stake. Football gave me the meaning of friendship. It gave me the meaning of being able to be a team player. JROTC, I know how to lead. Became captain of the drill team. It was my turn to step up to the plate. I know how to lead now. I know how to communicate with the people that are in my group. And the same will go for when I'm the captain of an aircraft. You have to know how to communicate with your flight crew. You have to know how to communicate with ATC. Not only did JROTC give me that leadership, it also was able to solidify my etiquette and how I pronunciate my words. The flight simulators that I play and that I fly and land and communicate as well, it gave me the ability to be able to follow instructions, and pure confidence. I've always been confident that I have what it takes, from what my parents taught me, from the examples that my sisters and my family set for me, from the things that people have just told me by meeting me. I've always had the confidence that I have what it takes. I've never doubted myself, and I never will doubt myself. That's also one more thing and a big part of your career that you're going to have if you do pursue that career as an aviator. You have to have confidence. You have to know everything just like the back of your hand. You got to know, oh, if I do this, this may happen. You gotta know the 5 C's. You gotta know your procedures if you're lost. You gotta know everything. The 5 C's for lost procedures: climb, conserve, confess, communicate, comply. Climbing, gaining altitude so that you can have a better situational awareness and understand your surroundings. Conserve, meaning conserving your fuel. Fuel is a big part in the aviation business. Confess to ATC what went wrong, what you did, what is happening, and what you want to do. Communicating. Never stop communicating. ATC, when you are lost, and any frequency that you are tuned into could be the difference between life and death. Doing what ATC tells you to do. That is done no matter what. You get told to go around, you go around. You get told make left traffic, runway 26 left, you make left traffic. You get told enter left downwind, runway 26 left, you enter that left downwind. You get told do not exceed 250 knots, you do not exceed 250 knots. Your life is not the only life that's at stake. It's multiple people, and that could be hundreds, even thousands. Junior ROTC told me a lot about discipline. We had to stand at parade rest for more than 45 minutes at a time, and that's a piece of cake to a lot of you veterans out there. I've flown about 2 aircraft, a Cessna 172 and a Piper Warrior 2. On 2 separate occasions, I had major amounts of fun each time. The first time I flew, I sat in the right seat for second in command. The person that sits in the right seat is known as second in command, or the first officer. The person that sits in the left seat, that is the captain. They're the pilot in command, and they have the official say in anything that goes on in that aircraft. Although they do, the first officer and the captain, they have to communicate and they have to work together to solve any issue. The pilot in command, left seat, captain, can say, first officer, take the controls. As I continue to get the knowledge, the understanding, as I continue to finish ground school, and as I go through and get all those flight hours that I need so I can actually hold that certification card that says I am a certified private pilot, a VFR pilot, I will have had the experience, I will have had the knowledge, and I'll be completely ready, 100,000%.